Jal says Ephra is waiting for your call, Pathfinder.
Pathfinder, you have new email.
Jeff, I'm the Pathfinder.
Hello, Pathfinder.
Hi, I'm the Pathfinder.
Hi, Pathfinder.
It's me.
What's going on, Pathfinder?
Oh, call me Path. Mr. Finder was my father.
No.
No?
I'll call you Pathfinder, Pathfinder.
Okay.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Aliens vs. Predator, Pathfinder?
Maybe I should find a path to that AVP. On my ship.
Uh-huh.
In the Andromeda galaxy.
Uh-huh.
In Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh.
That's what this is.
Oh.
Perhaps you've heard of it.
I have heard a lot about it lately.
Yeah. Feels like
It has been the talk of the town.
Feels like everybody's talking about Mass Effect
Everyone
Andromeda.
is talking.
Perfect drift.
No one can be neutral about Mass Effect Andromeda.
I suppose not. We streamed a bunch of this last week.
Yeah.
Already.
So the early parts of the game. And so I have since gone and played pretty much that same stuff.
Okay.
Or some of that same stuff on the Xbox version.
Yeah, this is the PS4 version. This is on a PS4 Pro.
1080.
Running around. Yes, we were outputting at 1080.
Yeah.
Running around my ship, doing stuff. Talking to people as you do in a Mass Effect game.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, hey.
No peeking. I'm putting the finishing touches on my personal project.
I thought you said it was on the Nexus.
I'm just perfecting the final component here, or should I say, trying to. Several of the crew have offered to help, and I keep politely declining and ushering them out. So thank you for retrieving that critical piece of REM tech, but kindly stop digging.
I'm naturally curious, and I'm sure the crew just wants to bond.
Curious is good. Builds anticipation. I'll leave the bonding to you. Not my style. I realize it must be hard being the Pathfinder and not being able to.
I'm the Pathfinder.
You're the Pathfinder.
Have you heard?
There's so much you can do that no one else can.
I'm
It's safe to say that you, my friend,
the savior of all space.
The Pathfinder.
The way that people treat me. Also, because they go all the way and just put a heart on all the freaking romance options.
Yeah.
I am just playing as the gigantic sleaze by hitting on literally everybody who gives me the option.
Okay.
You've only scratched the surface. You have no idea what all I can do.
no. But I have an active imagination. I look forward to being educated. But no more distractions. The next time you're on the Nexus, my project will be done. Come by, and I'll unveil it.
Well,
Now,
thanks.
if you will,
Yes?
please leave me to my own devices.
Yes.
I don't like the way a lot of the characters animate in,
Yeah,
in
that
these
seems to be
dialogue
a
scenes.
common theme.
Like, you know, she's got her kind of like very sassy, very exaggerated hand motion stuff, but it feels very wooden, like it just kind of comes out of nowhere, like animation triggered. Like it's very robotic.
That seems to be a common sentiment on the internet.
I guess so.
Recently.
What is this outstanding AVP
Should I
you got?
Should I go do that just because it's going to keep telling me?
Probably.
I was just going to wander around and look for my crew. In case you were curious,
I guess.
I've got them all now. So.
Okay.
Here he is. What up, Drac?
You're taking the Angara, old man?
Strong, honorable survivors. Been a while since I encountered a new friendly species. Last time was the humans.
I got a Krogan.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I got a Turian.
Through first
Yeah.
contact with them.
Gang's all here.
Yeah, you do.
If I recall,
Got an Asari.
words
Okay.
Actually, I have two Asari.
Two Asari.
The other
What?
one's the doctor.
This is unheard of.
I
Yeah.
know they're mostly water.
Actually, not.
Harsh. Don't let Ryder hear you.
You got a sweet dune buggy?
Yeah.
In the tech
With
lab.
the pre-order skin. It's back here. Anybody? This is the bro hangout.
Ugh.
Come here and
What the
have.
fuck is with that couch?
You come here and you literally come here and have a beer with your bro on this couch. At one point.
Okay. Hey, who is your bro?
Liam.
Oh, okay.
It's the guy who likes to make mid-combat quips about shooting a guy in the face and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Just kind of take that as you will.
There you are. Gotcha.
Just go straight to the heart.
Now that you got me, what are you gonna do with me?
You've caught me off guard. I'll have to give it some thought.
Add it to your task list. See me if you want some suggestions.
I'll be sure to do that. Just dealing with some scourge issues. That Archon fella tried to warn you not to joyride into it, but you were just la la la. It was an act first, think later move. I respect it. Well,
I'm not sure about this
more
game,
like I resent
Jeff.
it.
Specifically, like the story and the characters have
You
just
play
like
poker?
really not come together.
So how many hours in is this?
This save is literally 15, 16 hours in. I think
Okay.
I rolled back a little bit from where I'm at. But
Fortitude, guts. Used to think maybe it was my call.
what made me bring that up is where he mentioned the Archon, who is the big bad in this game.
Oh, all right.
Sometime.
Oh, wow, more flirting, huh?
Strip version.
Jeez, I wasn't even expecting that.
Be doing that.
Not how
I
I'd want to get
primarily know who the Archon is and what he's about
Believe me.
from the marketing and because I went to a preview event
Okay.
a month ago. Like,
Watch yourself. Confidence
he's
is one thing.
barely been introduced by the story, and more specifically, like, I am kind of shocked to hear my
Serious about cards.
crew members just talking about him by
Sharpens the
name.
mind and relaxes
Like
at the
at
same
this
time.
point, it just
Like, it
hasn't-
feels like-
the character hasn't been introduced
Yeah,
much.
to me, let's move on. To me, like, based on what I have seen them go through, like, they shouldn't even know who that is.
Okay.
Like, they should barely have a grasp on who he is and what he's about because he's never really been introduced.
What's up? Teleporting in, guys.
And instead, like, they just drop his name casually in conversations, like everybody's
like everyone's supposed to know.
like everybody's on the same page, and like that's just kind of a major example of how, like, the plot moves, but kind of feels like it moves because it has to. Like I was about to say sort of exposition gets dumped, but that barely even happens. Like, things just sort of, events take place because the story mandates it,
I feel like that's.
and then you move on.
That was how I felt about parts of Halo 4, where it was that feeling of just like, oh, they're just kind of getting on with it.
Yeah.
They've barely established what the new thing is in Halo 4, but they've got a game to
Yeah,
play.
like
So
the villain has had like maybe 3 to 5 minutes of screen time so far, and everybody just sort of talks about him like they know what's going down.
is this the guy that's at the end of the prologue looking at the big triangle
Yes.
thing? And
So
okay.
you meet him very quickly, you exchange like 3 to 5 lines of dialogue, and then you escape, and there's no... I don't want to harp on it too much, but things just sort of happen in this game without a lot of context, and
How are you feeling about the story so far? Because I feel like we talked a little bit before this, and it sounds like it maybe has some larger issues than just that.
it's hard to say because it's still developing, because I've spent a lot of my time just focusing on this goal of like settling worlds. I've got a lot I could be doing right now.
Or I
It's
guess
like-
maybe like story-wise, but like, like quests design,
Yeah,
like,
so-
like the things you are doing as the Pathfinder.
Right,
What-
right. Like I'm sort of indecisive about how to proceed in this quick look because there's so much I could be doing right now. Like, there's a bazillion quests in this game. I only have 1 story quest right now, but I had 3 a few minutes ago, or like a couple hours before this.
Okay.
So you've got main story quests. This is where loyalty missions and other similar like personal missions go.
Okay.
Here's where missions go broken out by planet. Oops. There's a lot of them. Like, there are tons of these.
Okay, I mean, that
And then here is like a 4th category of tasks that are even less substantial. Like, it's just, there's so much stuff to keep track of.
How is this stuff? I mean, it seems like there's a lot. That sounds like a good thing.
I feel like in descending order, it kind of goes from more to less substantial. I mean, you'd expect that, right?
Sure, yeah.
The story missions have actual story attached to them, and like, once you get down into this category, into this tier of stuff, like, it starts feeling like very generic, like fetch questy type stuff.
Like almost generated type
Kinda,
stuff.
no, I mean, there's writing around it and voice acting and stuff, but just what the things you're doing are super kind of generic. Let's fly somewhere. What do you say?
Okay.
I just finished a bunch of story stuff on this world, and then I took it over, or I kind of colonized it.
So, because that's the whole point here is you've come to Andromeda
Yes.
to colonize multiple worlds, and
Yes.
so you are the person, you are the Pathfinder.
Yeah, how about-
you find?
How about this? Let's do this real fast. This kind of maybe give you a better idea of how the game is structured.
Okay.
This is going to kind of follow on from the stuff we streamed the other day. So if anybody watched that stream, this should fill some things in. Like, I'm pretty deep into the game, story-wise and stuff, but there's still a ton left from what I can tell. So, like, bear that in mind as we go through this stuff. Like, there's still plenty of this game I haven't seen, but I feel like I've got a pretty good grasp of what it's about at this point. God, it takes a while to get around this galactic map.
I feel like we've looked at 9 things that should be hiding a load, and yet there's just another one after it, and another one after that.
Yeah, that's kind of
that's
the feeling I get with this planet-to-planet travel. Like, you go through a lot of layers of this stuff before you just get to the point where it's like, all right, now I can land.
Can you scan for? Can you
not
mine
really
from this planet
not
view?
Really.
Oh.
I mean, I can back up and. Do you want me to scan some stuff first? Since we're here?
I mean, since we're here.
Okay. I've done most of this system. I think anything with an exclamation mark might have a thing on it. It'll tell you. And then you have to do this again.
Can't skip this?
No. Trying.
Okay.
Anomaly on sensors.
So I think there's only ever one thing to find per planet.
Oh.
And there it is.
So no mining for minerals.
No, not well. Sometimes the thing you'll get is minerals. Yeah,
Right,
in this case it is. I got some beryllium.
Got it.
But no, like incessantly moving the cursor around the planet looking for like deposit after deposit. From what I can tell, I've only ever found one thing per planet so far.
Okay.
All right, that's how the mining works. Anyway, let's go back to EOS.
That's
Which is like the first story planet, and anybody that's been playing this game on EA Access has played like the early parts of EOS. Because it's the first major planet location you go to.
Yeah,
but
so
this is coming back.
I'm basically at the point now where I can go to EOS, but I spent some time wandering around the fake Citadel.
Yes, we should go there too.
Talking to everybody
for a few minutes.
So my impression of this game so far, from talking to you about the later parts of it and having played the early parts and the bits we've streamed, and kind of how this is structured, this almost feels like a direct-to-video sequel.
Stole
to Mass
my line,
Effect.
man.
I feel like everyone is coming to that same.
Wait, did I say that to you earlier?
No.
No, wait, hang on. I said that to Alaska.
Yeah.
Morning. Oh, that was before you came in.
Yeah.
Wait, did you actually seriously have the same thought?
I think everyone is coming to that same conclusion of this is the bootleg Mass Effect.
That is, yes. I literally said that to someone this morning.
Where like every star declined to return, so they've like taken all the archetypes and fit new characters into them and put it back out there.
That's kind of how it has been for me so far.
But yeah, when we came out of that stream, that's exactly how I felt.
Where you were
just
at?
like, man, this seems like
Coordinating.
XXX. This is not Mass Effect, a parody or something.
that might be a little harsh.
Well, we haven't seen the boning yet. I mean,
what was the example Alaska used? Return of Jafar.
Sure.
I think is the name of it.
And you see that in some of the animation, like that was always the thing when some of those Disney movies went direct to video from having cinematic things. It was that feeling of like, oh, this is all super well animated, and then the sequels came out, and you're like, oh, this is less well animated.
Yeah.
And a lot of the same. I feel a lot of the same way about the animations in this game.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the character animation stuff is not great. But that's not really my major problem with it, or at least I could get past a lot of that stuff if the things that I really like about Mass Effect were still great. What is going on with that mountain?
What is going on with that mountain?
What's going on with anything here? What just
Back
happened?
where we really started.
Oh, okay.
What's new in our first home?
The cats still maintain a presence. Skirmishes are frequent.
Yeah, so all this happened
Requires caution.
on EOS, from what you saw. I went through all the story stuff. We did most of that on that stream.
Radioactive hazards pool in some areas. Studying is
And
ongoing.
without going into too much story depth, you render the planet habitable, let's say.
Okay.
You render it
Point of contact for all
colonizable.
this?
Is that a word?
You terraform.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I didn't want to.
Habitable.
I didn't want to say terraform, but yes, you terraform it.
Expanding before the trials
Yeah,
of
you
discovery
make it
are built
such that
without
you can build a colony there.
represents.
Grounded in research.
All data
And I got to
are
pick what kind of
accessible
colony I
from their
build.
work.
Between science and military,
Well,
which
let's
I
make
thought
sure it
might
gets the
manifest
attention
in
it
some like
deserves.
gameplay terms, but it hasn't yet. But
Whoa.
What?
Like sudden helmet.
Yeah, I mean I've got the
This
helmet off in
strange
cutscenes
in
thing
its
turned on.
receiver, Pathfinder.
That's how it defaults, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I feel like defaulting to magic helmet is maybe not a great way to go. Whatever. I felt the same way from the stream. Like there are a billion things about this game you can nitpick apart, but because there are so many, it adds up to be kind of hilarious / tragic.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so once you've got a colony going, you get a bunch of side quests. I mean, a bunch. There's any of those teal like exclamation marks up top on the compass.
Oh, yeah.
Or side quests to go open up. That's fun. That's cool.
Yeah, it feels like you kind of string 3 of them together, even do kind of a dash forward, jump, dash forward again.
Yeah, the mobility stuff is probably some of the best stuff that they've added to this. So who's got side quests? That's not even a person.
We're done writing dialogue for this.
Okay. Hey, well, all right, I got a new task.
Noted, Pathfinder.
Not busting our tails on viability to let resources go so easy.
There's quests everywhere. Like I said, I showed you my log, and that specifically, like I've been trying to cover a lot of story ground and not waste too much time on side stuff, so I've actually been passing up a ton of quests that I could have been accepting.
Yeah. And this kind of reminds me of Dragon Age, of Inquisition.
Yeah, so
in the sense that like it's felt like there was just a ton of things to do, but maybe none of it was particularly of consequence.
Oh god, this quest is also a terminal. I was looking for an NPC. Wait, what? It's got a quest marker on top of it, right? It totally does.
Yeah.
But there's nothing there. I don't know. That's interesting. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to give you a look at what the planets turn into as you progress the story on each one.
Yeah.
And I bring that up because I've now done that on a second planet, and I get the sense that that's going to kind of be the emerging pattern.
So it's like you establish a colony, and then you get fed kind of a ton of quests that don't necessarily have... Like, has anything you've accepted from the colony been like a good, meaty story thing,
Not
or
that
a
I've
good, weird
seen
side
so far.
thing?
It's mostly been pretty standard, and like I said, I haven't gone and done a lot of them, but from what a lot of the objectives are, they seem very kind of cookie cutter, or like I said, they call it fetch quests, and
yeah.
All right, here is an actual person to give me a quest, so.
Ah, Pathfinder. I hear you're to thank for a physics-defying atmosphere processor.
That's me. I'm Ryder.
Hanley Abrams, Director of Scientific Research on EOS, and writer of papers that start what the
No, I'm
hell
Ryder.
weather. But new galaxy, new world, and a really new start. Gotta keep up. How can I help you?
You can help me by giving me your quest.
Activating that vault changed the planet. Anything to worry about?
Looking at data from the other outposts, whatever these vaults are doing seems to be permanent and beneficial, so far. But the storms show no signs of
So yeah,
return, and I
that
don't
makes me wish I had played more
tech
Dragon Age
support.
Inquisition, because
I'll
I was
take it.
wondering
Yeah,
if that's the...
no.
No.
Nope.
I mean in terms of, or just for the sake of comparison.
What do you make of
Right.
Lieutenant Bradley?
Because,
Determined as
like,
hell.
by the numbers,
He has
this
incredible faith
game
in us
seems
to
to
get this
have
done.
way more content and
Bradley
way
will
more to
carry this
do than
outpost
any
on
of the
his back
previous
if we
Mass
have
Effect
to.
games.
And we'll make sure
But yeah, like a lot of that third and fourth tier stuff.
What kind of research are you working on?
It's stuff like this.
First in scientific work,
Yeah,
so
where it's like,
I'll-
oh, they wrote, like, clearly this was written.
Yeah,
they
like-
wrote this character,
like
but
you
none
can-
of it.
You can talk to this person for a minute or two, and they'll tell you stuff.
What brought you out here to Andromeda?
Back home, I was filling test tubes in some dead-end lab. People knew me as Steph.
Well, let me
I knew
just
what
like.
Hanley Abrams, Andromeda Explorer. That's me. Feels good. Feels right.
What made you choose the name Hanley?
When it's time, I'm hoping Bradley will perform our wedding ceremony.
Wait, so did I even get a quest out of that?
I've got to go.
Keep up the good work.
Huh. We went through every option, right? Every dialogue option?
Yeah.
There. Did you feel that tremor? But I don't know what's causing
Maybe
it.
you had never talked
Things
to her.
strange.
Oh,
before,
maybe.
and
Okay, maybe there are multiple
so there
layers
was, like,
of.
the-
Okay, so we get through this introduction stuff.
Yeah.
That's more than I've gotten out of most NPCs that I've talked to for
Okay.
these minor quests.
An earthquake something or a volcano something?
I'm guessing a remnant. EOS has massive.
Let's expedite
Our
this a little
seismic
bit.
survey hammers would be perfect. All I need is someone to.
Ah, there. Okay, that's what I was looking for.
I'll handle it maybe later.
Yes, I was looking for the "I will do your errand
got it.
for you"
Just tell
option.
me where to go.
I've marked out the areas where the tremors seem centered. Trigger the hammers there. Just be careful. The tremors are getting worse. Anything else before you go?
There we
I've
go.
got to go.
All right, so that's a little bit more characterization than I've gotten from most quest givers.
And she's like the head of science in your science station,
yes.
so maybe that makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, like a lot of these quests you're getting from the colonies that you establish are very much like go to a place, activate a thing, like do it 2-3 times, or you know, go here, scan a thing, or kill 5 enemies and come back and talk to me.
I understand you've played a lot of Alien Sudoku also.
Yes. I don't think we'll see any of that in this video, but there's definitely some in that stream we did the other day.
Yeah.
That has become a repeatable action that you have to do to colonize other planets.
I don't mind Sudoku.
It's okay,
but
there's kind of a lot of it from what I've seen.
I don't know that
maybe that changes.
I don't know how I feel about it as like the mini game you do to activate alien computers over and over again.
Well, there's an object you can find. I haven't found any of them yet, but there are consumables you can get to skip the Sudoku. So maybe they felt the same way.
And again, the question becomes: is that something you can find, or do you buy them?
I don't know that there are any cash microtransactions in the single player of this. I could be wrong. All right, let's go somewhere else.
It's hard to say. The game hasn't launched yet, so
yes.
Usually that's the sort of stuff that they wait until after the reviews have hit.
Yeah, but I haven't even seen any hooks for that yet.
Yeah,
at all. So I'm assuming that's not in here.
Right.
Where else could we go?
Cora wanted to check in with you.
I bet she did.
You have new email at your terminal, Pathfinder.
You want to go to the Nexus real fast?
Yeah.
I'd say probably the, let's see, Nexus over here. Probably the most compelling stuff I've seen in this game so far is just the idea of building up a human civilization in Andromeda. Like the way that stuff manifests kind of mechanically. Because you go to these planets, you do some story stuff, then you do the stuff to build a colony there. And then that feeds back into the development of your Nexus, which is the kind of fake citadel, like you said.
Yeah.
To the extent that like new parts of the Nexus are opening up as you build more colonies out there.
Oh, okay.
Like the idea is basically, the more colonies you build, the more resources you can then funnel back to kind of your HQ. So the more people that are waking up out of cryo.
Whoa.
Yeah. And the more like parts of the station that they're bringing online. So that's kind of cool. Like it's cool to go out and do that work and then come back here and then have new places to go, new people to talk to on the station here.
And then how has that stuff been? Is it just new shops?
New shops, like some new quests, new areas of the station to run around in. Like things kind of change. Whoa. Things change like socially and politically here. As you're out there doing the work and making some decisions. And that stuff's kind of neat. Last time I was here, an anti-AI terrorist group tried to hack the computer in my head.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. And then I made the decision to follow along with them or play along and act like they had succeeded. Because nobody can hear the computer talk but me, so I just pretended that they had succeeded.
Yeah.
And that got them to agree to have me meet their leader. So that might happen sometime soon.
Yeah.
So how things go?
Weird.
Yeah, so like I don't know if you remember, this is the area like we saw it in the stream, you come in here and the lights are all off.
Oh, right, okay.
Like this is the area where you go through, there's one dude here and the lights are all off and everything's all boxed up and he's like, whoa, there's people, where'd you come from? So like there were boxes on this ramp.
Yeah.
There were boxes all around here. So
they've been getting it up and running.
Yeah, and that's straight up that meter in my top right there. Like I have a level 5 Nexus now. So basically just the more you level this thing up, the more open it all gets.
And you level that up by like completing side quests and all so does everything kind of feed into that Nexus number? Or?
Side stuff on the planets like very slowly raises that, but mostly story quests. I've had it jump like 2 levels off of the back of one story quest chain.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. Like they want to control the leveling of the Nexus alongside.
Right, and then the story stuff. Oh, looks like I just got a quest by walking over here.
All right.
Speak with the protesters.
Plan before cronies.
These guys look like protesters, right?
Oh yeah.
Them here. Make them know. Make them lead or make them go.
All right.
I mean, that's okay.
Sounds
If you
like-
get everybody saying it, then maybe you got to protest.
yeah.
Otherwise, you're just kind of standing around.
Making speeches about some fresh start while your kids stay frozen.
And it's all thanks to your Pathfinder.
That's me.
Excuse me?
We've waited months for our families to come out of stasis. They should have gone to your outpost.
But since you think research is so important, military personnel got bumped
Huh.
on the list.
Okay.
Like my clan brothers.
All the reassignments
Interesting.
mean they're in 10 different
I
colonies.
picked science over military for my first colony, so I think that, yeah, that seems to be reflecting that. That's kind of neat.
We only had resources for one outpost, so I focused on the skills we needed most.
This has been kind of a running theme here, is people getting upset at the bureaucracy involved in thawing people out.
I just want Mom out of state.
Like everybody wants their family members or girlfriend or whoever to be revived first.
You can tell our leaders you're opening those pods. Today.
This is a big issue, bigger than just my say-so.
Bullshit. You're the hero right now. They'll do anything you say.
We tried petitioning Addison. She ignored us.
Who's talking?
Screw her.
This is the fourth
Start
off
with
the side.
Candros.
Can you even
He
see
sent
her?
those
That's as
10
far as I can
soldiers over
pan.
there. Maybe he'll take us seriously.
Oh, probably her.
Tell our leaders.
Yeah.
Wake the sleepers.
Okay, whatever you say.
How's the morality stuff been? I mean, they've
There kind of isn't much.
All right.
I mean, there's definitely no like slider. There's no like, you're a Paragon, you're a Renegade. That stuff's all gone.
But it's not necessarily like Renegade interrupts or anything like that.
I've only seen 2 of those the entire game, and they don't seem like morality based.
Okay.
They more just seem, do you want to take this action right now or not?
Mm. Yeah, I know they'd said that they were getting rid of kind of the like this kind of binary system of good or bad.
The good bad stuff is definitely gone.
Yeah. But instead it kind of, does it feel like they replaced it with something that is kind of happening a little more subtly, or do they just like yank
really.
it out and now it's like, I don't know, maybe some story stuff will just reflect your actions, but...
Yeah, that seems more like, yeah.
Huh.
But there hasn't been a lot that has even seemed to reflect choices. Like, I haven't made a lot of actual meaningful choices from what I've seen.
Good to see you.
Yeah, so like all this has opened up since
the
stuff you saw earlier and have played. Like, so you get more people to talk to, more space stuff. What up? You're part of my squad.
Hi, Ryder.
Hi.
Okay.
Yep. Let's get into that. Typically, there will be some more quests to pick up here.
Yeah.
Every time you come back, I think I've kind of cleared it out.
And then you kind of
largely
sell the junk that you've picked up and buy some new stuff.
Yeah, but there's like a vendor kiosk on your ship, so you can just sell stuff there.
Yeah.
I guess let's get out here.
Convicted murderer Nilken Rensis, pardoned after an investigation by the human Pathfinder proved his innocence. This is HNS.
That's something you did.
What's that?
That news report talking about the murderer.
Yes. I did do that. I solved that quest. I went back and forth talking to people and scanning stuff for a few minutes, and then that quest was over. Which is the name of the game here.
Yeah, so I mean, like, how many of the quests have just been that?
Most of them.
Yeah.
Some of them are more interesting than others. Oh no, is he not here? Oh, there he is! I was worried he wouldn't spawn. It's my favorite guy.
You're a Pathfinder rider, and this is your favorite hairdo on the Nexus.
It's the most enigmatic man in Andromeda. What is up with his hair?
It's just, I don't know, he's got his look. What's up with your hair?
He's he's hair every time I come through here.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people have been raising the stink about the look of the female rider and her eyes and all this other stuff. I feel like if they had maybe doubled down on that, at least like been consistent, Like her face looks strange compared to everyone else, or reality or whatever. But like it just seems like they went with a stylized look of like, hey, if these eyes are bigger, maybe they emote a little better or something. Not that the game seems especially awesome at consistently emoting either. I don't know. Like how has that stuff been?
It's pretty shaky.
Yeah, so that was something we saw on the stream, and I having played the Xbox version, it seems like it's right there.
Yeah.
With just like, and the lady rider seems even stranger because she always has this weird, bad, smirky smile on her face.
Are you playing lady rider?
That seems like inadvertent or doesn't fit with like, hey, this heavy thing just happened, and she's just like got this vague smile on her face, like
he does the same thing.
Okay,
from time to time.
It just seems broken. I don't know what to make of it. It does not read as actual like a proper reaction to the things that are happening most of the time. Like that stuff just seems rough.
I've seen some of that from him too.
Or like beyond, it just seems incorrect.
Yeah. Yes, I'd say that's not exclusive to the female character.
Yeah.
Okay. Our ancestors came from this system, from Havaru. It looks so small from here.
Let's go there. So I basically hit a point in the story where... so I met some aliens. They wanted me to do some stuff for them before they would do some stuff for me.
Okay, yep.
That's how it often goes. But then they gave me two totally different choices of where to go and what to do. So I went to one planet where I had a task they'd given me and did that stuff. And that seems to have like moved on the story.
Yeah.
Like, I can move on to getting them to help me now. But it seems like I can, this is the other planet, the one I didn't go to yet.
Okay.
And it seems like I can still just go here and do that stuff too, so I'm kind of curious.
Like maybe they'll be double grateful.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, hey, you did both. That's just the best.
That's where the Emotions team should be.
I saw some of that when I went down to EA to play this a few weeks ago. Like they had a later game save where there was also a point where you had like 3 different main story quest lines that you could pursue.
There'll be landing pads and good sight lines for a safe approach.
So it seems like there's gonna be multiple points where you just have like a lot of stuff you could kind of choose what to do in any order.
Something big, possibly hostile, taking evasive action.
Wait, I don't think his...
The Zerg had taken over this planet.
Well, that's something you don't see back home.
Bringing us in.
So you said you're still kind of rolling with the gear that you got at the start of the game.
Yes, I mentioned that to you earlier. I'd have to get back on the ship to show you this stuff. But yeah, there's a ton of not just vendor stuff, but like research and crafting as well.
Right.
Get back on there and look at it real fast?
No, I'd say just, you know.
We can look at next time I'm on the ship. I'll show you.
I mostly just want to hear about how the loot has been. And,
there is next to no loot. I mean, it seems like it's almost all based on buying and crafting stuff.
Okay.
But I don't have enough materials to craft anything yet.
And you've been doing a fair amount of stuff.
A fair amount, yeah. You know, I've been like mining ore when I see it, and stuff like that.
golden worlds out here after all.
If there's a vault here and it's
Oh,
working,
I've
I wonder why it...
still got this quest active from EOS.
Yeah.
It's this one? Yes, it's this one.
didn't show up on the map in EOS.
See, I don't think there was any way other than me remembering, like, okay, I'm on Havarl, I need to go find that Havarl quest in this layered menu.
Well, it wasn't showing in the top right, was it? Because sometimes, that quest tracker seems like it just kind of changes.
Yeah, it does that a lot. It's kind of hard to keep track of all the quests in this game because there are so many, and because sometimes it'll change your quest objective automatically. Sometimes it'll briefly pop up a quest and say, hey, hit a button to track this, and then it'll go away if you don't.
Yeah, okay.
It can be pretty hard to keep track of everything when you've got like 36 quests in your log. Just see what's going on here real fast.
I don't know.
Oh,
about
it wants me to
this
scan
job.
something.
It's risky letting a stranger.
Oh, does
wander
it
about
give you an
a
indication that something is scannable
Yeah,
in the area?
It rumbled
Oh,
about something. Well, that didn't give me any points. What did you want me to scan? Something else highlighted for us. There it is. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got those research points.
Now, sorry, what were you saying?
This is them, the ones from the other galaxy.
Yes. Ryder, Kieran Dowles, lead scientist at Darth.
Windy in there.
This planet's amazing.
I just have to say, Havarl is beautiful.
The planet's beauty is the least of my current concerns.
Where's the rest of the team? Ryder has experience with Remnant. We might be able to help their investigations.
You haven't heard? While the team was exploring the monolith, something went terribly wrong. They were caught in some kind of remnant stasis field, frozen in place, unresponsive.
I know how to work remnant tech. I can help you.
Ryder has seen a vault and apparently reset it. Somehow.
Ocean of fish, one will have gems in its mouth. But if you think the alien can help, I'll set skepticism aside. The monolith is not far from here. See what you can do, but be careful. We don't
I
know
do
what
like
triggered
that
the stasis,
his
and it
like
may
little
happen
cape
again.
thing is continuing
It's fluttering.
No transports
Oh,
available.
can't go out that way.
Emergency support from cat attacks. All of
Oh, hey, it's a side quest.
Pick it up. Maybe it'll be something you see on the way.
I heard the advisory that you'd be out here. It didn't prepare me.
This is how you can tell the difference when you can still move the camera while they're talking.
It's not a good quest.
It's not a well.
Not a real quest.
It's not a story quest for
Okay.
sure. It's definitely a side thing. When the camera just pans down and lets you do this, you know it's a less important
Assuming you
thing.
mean well. My name is Rochelle Veer. I'm an archaeoastronomer. I study our ancient cultural records for stellar phenomena.
All right,
My
what do you need me
goal
to do?
is to find-
You think there might be Angar?
That's what I was trying to learn. Then I thought my home was destroyed, and all my research. I'm trying to recover my research data, but the wildlife won't let me in my old home.
Want me to?
Why does this alien have this accent?
Your work is too important to lose. Let's get it back.
I'll provide my home's location. Just recover my research materials from the computer.
Right,
I'll remain in contact
go
with
there
you
and
by
kill some
com.
stuff and
Thank you for this.
use a thing probably. Yeah, so you know I can
You can
track
hold
that. I
options
can
for
track
that,
that up
yeah.
there if I want, and if I don't, it'll yeah. So it just reverts back.
Got
to
it. Okay.
Reverts back to the main quest.
Okay.
Or the thing you had highlighted.
Yeah, because I know I've seen my quest log just kind of flip around and do stuff in the early parts of the game, and never quite looked up quick enough to see what was happening. It was just like watching it change. Wait, just something just went away. What's going on? Hang on. In some of the early goings. So
Run over here and see what's going down.
because walking around the Nexus when you first get there, there's a ton of stuff to pick up, even just right off the bat.
Like quests and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I kind of wish it had a full mini map
Yeah.
and not just this compass kind of deal.
And then this map doesn't seem
something
great.
Yeah, it could be a little better. So I could go this way. Or I find myself flipping to that map a little more often than I would like.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout for Rokar, Angaran fanatics. They hate all aliens and will likely shoot on sight.
How convenient for this shooter we've made.
Some guys to shoot. Yeah, so you get tiny little amounts of Nexus points just for like exploring new planets.
Okay, yeah,
and stuff. But you really have to do the. Whoa, who's here? Can't see you. Good lord, man. Please chill. All right. Let's drop. Oh, hey, a gun. All right, maybe I'm getting to the point where more actual gear is going to start dropping.
Yeah.
So far, it's primarily been like crafting materials.
Now you got a sniper rifle.
Yeah. haven't been carrying sniper rifles much though, because it makes your powers recharge so much more slowly.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And you can spec in pretty much any direction you like.
Yeah.
And then can you swap out your loadout anytime you like? Because it looks like you can have 3 powers.
Oh, your power loadout.
Yeah, your power
not
loadout.
your weapons. No, your weapons you can only do when you deploy or at certain kiosks.
Right.
But powers, yeah, you can at any time. Like I can just like pick that and say, yeah, now I've got that.
Okay.
Also, I have a ton of points that I've been saving. I've kind of mostly been going into biotics here.
I was gonna say, are you pushing in a specific direction?
Not necessarily. I started getting a bunch of the shield stuff just because it felt very convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Like this just straight up gives your shields back when your health drops.
That seems all right.
Which seems very nice to have. I figured I would get some defensive basics and then start branching out into some more of the combat stuff. I mean, a lot of it seems pretty familiar from past Mass Effects.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of this stuff is straight out of the Soldier, like the concussive shot, and the grenade. Tech. It's got kind of incinerate and overload stuff. A lot of stuff you're familiar with. But yeah, you can just buy any of this stuff at any time.
Well, not all of it, because like tactical cloak, some of them have like, you need
the ones
to
that are
spend
grayed
9
out,
tech points
yes.
before you can.
Yeah, but starting class kind of barely matters, and then you can just sort of start branching out from there. And then we looked at this on the stream, but it starts unlocking these profiles. Like I have a level 2 adept now because I've got so much in biotics.
Okay.
Gets you all these kind of passive bonuses and stuff as you skill up. So yeah, you can flip the stuff around whenever you feel like it. It's kind of a neat, versatile system, but at the same time, it feels like it makes the class choices pretty irrelevant.
Yeah.
But it's also nice to be able to experiment.
That's fine. You know, I always kind of have the feeling of like, I just want to be able to do anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like teleport up in the sky next to that thing and then fall down, like your partner just did there.
Yeah. Whoa. Hello.
How you feeling about this kind of automatic soft cover?
I'm getting used to it. I didn't like it that much at first, but for the most part, it works pretty well.
I felt like, yeah.
Except
like
when your team gets in the way.
In the first mission, I feel like I was just having some trouble keeping my bearings while also kind of making sure I was actually in cover. Like it puts that icon on screen, that little shield down there to let you know, yes, you are in cover.
Yeah.
I feel like if you have to put an icon on your UI to say, yes, you're in cover, you probably should have done some more to the anime. It's like something to make it more plainly obvious than that, but I don't know.
Man, this is a lot of shit going on here.
Yeah.
My guy has, I don't know if he's giving me the easiest time here. Yeah,
And is there value in kind of scanning all these corpses?
You only get research points for like the first time you scan something.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to.
You're ordering your partners around there. How much of that have you been doing? Does it seem vital? Or?
I pretty much whenever I've got a guy that has like heavy shields like that, I'll sick my other 2 guys on him just to bring the shields down faster.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much the extent of it. You can individually move them around, assign them where to go, or both together. And you can tell them to attack people individually. That's it. You can't command them to use specific powers.
Right. And there's no like stop time, look around,
definitely
shoot
not.
your
That stuff
power.
is
Yeah.
completely gone. I don't know why they have no points. It says oh wait.
Yeah, it takes a while for them to load up.
Yeah, I really have been.
I did that a couple of times.
I've been putting off leveling them up because I haven't really decided who I like yet from an ability standpoint.
But that's not a unified pool, right? They gain those points automatically each. So
find out real fast.
So you probably should just.
Yeah, I should just take the time to get her some stuff. Sure. Let's spend some points, see what happens.
At that point, you just hit auto level up.
Yeah, so, yes. Yeah, they are independent. You're right. Just spend all those points. Yeah, I need to dig into that stuff some more.
Oh, these are the guys that are locked up in weird triangle stasis.
Oh boy. Huh. I wasn't expecting that. Here.
Guess we need more of those pictures.
They had kind of taken the Sudoku out of the story.
Found them. The researchers
And
caught
it seemed like it was going to be relegated more to like side stuff and like the colonization missions. I didn't expect to see more Sudoku in the main story stuff. Oh, there we go. Do you like Sudoku?
I do. I actually do.
Let's see. Do I need more than one here?
I think there were. Was it just how many question marks were there?
It's typically like how many of these paths are there to follow? There might be another one over here.
Is that it?
Oh, well. Scan that mushroom over here.
Hang on. Turn around. No, stop.
Oh, there it is.
Oh.
There's the cliff.
Okay, let's solve this thing.
They tell you when you've found enough glyphs to do the Sudoku.
Put in that.
All right. So they get way more complicated than this. The ones I was doing last night were broken up into like, I think it was 5 segments of 5 symbols each in different shapes.
Oh, yeah.
So it becomes way more complicated than this 4x4 configuration. Sorry, I know watching people solve Sudoku is maybe not the most interesting thing in the world. Is that right? I believe that's right?
It seems like it could have been the A-looking one as well.
Man, I don't know if I actually want to sit here and do this right now.
What am I missing?
Patience.
I don't know if there's a way to just port back to the ship from here.
Yeah, why don't you just...
You want me to do it?
Do it.
All right, fine. Now that I know the camera's rolling. Okay.
All right, so...
What do we know here?
That one is the A.
This one?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then that would be that one.
That one is the...
That one has to be that one.
Yeah. The one above it has to be the A as well.
It has to be this one. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, above this one?
Yeah.
Okay, which makes that that one. Okay. There's that. Yes.
If you get this wrong, does it spawn enemies?
Yes, I believe so. I think that happens every single time.
All right.
Reading of the monitors and... Scatting stars.
What's this guy talking
That's
about?
me. I'm Scott.
How did...
Thanks isn't necessary.
Scott Ryder, that's me.
Yep.
More aliens appearing out of nowhere. What's going on?
The remnant tech around here had you frozen in some kind of stasis.
I don't know who you are. Just stay back.
I don't think he remembers being frozen.
Pack your equipment. We're leaving. Alert Palev that there's an alien presence by the monolith.
That went well.
What's your status, Ryder? Did you figure out what happened to the research team?
Now that they've woken up, I'm not sure they like me. But they're on their way back to Dar Palev.
That's good news. You should come too. Kiran looks like she wants to talk to you.
Great.
So now is that run all the way back to where you were?
I might be able to fast travel. Let's see. Fast travel to anything where that symbol is, I believe. So can kind of fast travel to either one.
Oh, to your forward stations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either of those.
Do you put those forward stations down as part of the story thing, or are they already there?
Those are neither. They can only land in predetermined spots. They're these things.
Yeah.
People who haven't seen. It's a place you can change out your weapons and party members and deploy the Nomad, which is the 4-wheel drive vehicle. Yeah, they only drop at predetermined spots. You can't pick where to drop them.
So it's kind of like a checkpoint. Like as soon as you get there, then you can return there.
Exactly. As soon as you roll up on it, one will drop and you can go.
Were these ones already here?
No, that one must. I'm pretty sure that one must have dropped when we ran by it.
Oh, okay. So it's not like an active activate.
Damn it.
You don't like activate the point to make it.
No, these are undropped
got it.
drop points.
Okay.
So once I run up to one of these, it'll drop, and then you can fast travel to it and stuff. Which helps. It helps you get around the world. Because some of these more open world maps, we'll go to one more planet after this. These maps get pretty big.
In a good way? Like good, detailed, like a lot of stuff to do, or just kind of like a lot of empty space for you to run through.
Come on, I can do this. I'll have to find the actual way to get up there. More the latter, or some of both, I guess. There's a little bit of interesting stuff to find, but a lot of it just sort of feels like filler.
Okay.
I mean, I'll go drive around one that I've actually got fully opened up in a minute.
Any news of the motion? What do you mean, grey spiky aliens? Ket?
No, these were different. We were doing a survey of the area and saw them before the freeze. They look like that one, with Ryder.
Turians?
Oh.
Why don't you and Torvald talk about that
okay.
later? Right now, I want to thank you for saving my team.
All right.
You weren't lying. Kieran told us everything.
That's kind of an interesting story thread that had been left
I
dangling.
apologize for the indifferent welcome you received from me earlier.
Yeah, I know you saw that stuff in that stream the other day, but like a lot of the colony ships are missing. Like the other races that came to Andromeda with you.
So figuring out what became of all these tens of thousands of Turians that are out there.
Yeah, and Asari and Krogan, like they're all kind of whereabouts unknown. So that's one of the first times I've seen anybody mention what may have become of some of them. Like tracking those ships down seems like it might be kind of an interesting mystery.
Of Arl's decline?
This will take time.
And so, yeah, that's the one thread that I saw early on that seemed like it would be potentially interesting. But how do you feel about the larger story that's unfolding so far?
Like I said, with the Archon stuff, like the big bad aliens stuff, has been pretty rote. And just not told super clearly.
Yeah.
Like it just hasn't done a lot for me. Like it's, let's go back to the ship. Let's go to that other planet.
Can you fast travel to the ship?
Yeah, actually. Save myself 20 seconds. Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, you know, you're here, you're finding all this old alien tech. There are evil aliens out here, and they also want that old tech.
Yep.
That's kind of been the extent of the bigger conflict so far. And so far, I'm finding the colonization stuff more interesting than that.
Yeah.
Like just kind of the bickering that goes on back at the Nexus.
Some
over
political intrigue type
just
stuff.
Straight up, just like a bureaucratic mess.
Yeah.
Has kind of been a little more interesting. All right, let's go to one more planet. So you increase that viability level by doing just like quests and dropping drop pods and like kind of every little thing you do kind of inches that number up.
Yeah.
But the story stuff on each planet, from what I've seen so far, is the thing that really boosts that number. And then once it's past a certain threshold, you can establish an outpost on that planet.
Anomaly on sensors.
Should I scan the anomaly?
Probably.
Oh, there it is.
Probes launched. Getting a scan.
It's a comet.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it goes through this every time you change location. Hey, it's a comet.
Yeah.
Now I got some platinum.
It's a long way to go for 18 platinum.
Very small amount of platinum.
It's a long
yeah
bit of identifying and loading and all that other stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's you get more than that just from little nodes on planets a lot of the time.
I feel like, you know, when it comes to Mass Effect, like I never really, I don't know, the combat was always serviceable to good, but rarely great, and never outstanding.
Yes.
In a way that like those games only worked because the story and the character interactions and stuff like that were so fleshed out and well done in most cases.
Yeah.
Some exceptions, certainly.
Yeah, so I would say the combat stuff here has gotten slightly better.
Yeah.
But the story stuff from what I've seen so far, and again, like, you know, I've still got plenty of stuff left to see, but
it seems like significantly
it has been
less worse.
Yes, it has been very underwhelming so far.
Yeah,
in a lot of cases.
That seems like a bad mix because this, as I played. We'll play some multiplayer here on the Xbox in a little bit.
Yeah,
and I've played some of that. And I played through some of that early bit and did some combat, and I was like, it's still not a. It feels like a serviceable third-person shooter with some decent mobility options. Like it doesn't seem. It's not a world-class action game.
Yeah. I think I would agree with that.
So with that in mind, like the gameplay aspect of it doesn't seem great.
Okay.
And if the story is not holding up its end of the bargain, then I feel like the whole thing is just less likely to work.
Can I not back out of this?
Once you're in?
Yeah, I wanted to go, since you mentioned it, I wanted to go show you the research terminal stuff real fast. I don't think I can back out. Oh no.
Oh well.
Bummer. Anyway, yeah, like there's a huge crafting, like research and crafting component to this game. Because you unlock research points, which you then research blueprints with, which you then turn into, like you craft the blueprints into actual items.
Right.
But yeah, I don't have really the resources to craft anything that I can research as yet. So I have like very little stuff that I can equip.
Right.
Like I've basically got the armor that I started with. I'm getting close. Like I'm getting close to the point where I can start crafting stuff.
And then some of this stuff is like pre-order.
Yeah, a few of the things I have came with. Yeah. Oh, that's right. I do have I have gotten a few. Oh, interesting.
You have Omniblade 2, which I'm gonna say is probably better than Omniblade 1.
Yeah, I should equip that, but maybe we should try this cryo gauntlet.
200 melee damage, but that does 275. And what does the Omniblade do? 311. 311. I mean, 311.
It's true. Can I melee with this thing?
What the fuck even is? It's about an amp, so it probably changes your melee attack
it makes
from the
it into like a force wave type
thing
or something. Does this have a chance of freezing?
I would.
Yes, it does. Let's check this thing out. We'll see what that looks like.
All right.
Put that on. Who have we not played with? I have literally never used this guy ever. I never really liked rolling with Krogans in these games. I don't know why.
Because they're big and they get in the way.
Yeah, I guess so.
Sometimes it's hard to see.
Sure, let's take these people.
Approaching the LZ.
But yeah, at some point, like I came into this like kind of very interested and like, hey, maybe enough time has passed that I am definitely ready for more Mass Effect.
Yeah.
But kind of seeing their spin on the formula and what they have changed and what they haven't changed. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
And the technical end of things kind of not holding up its end of the bargain either in terms of facial animations and that weird popping mountain and
it's way more than that. Like I've had whatever, this is true of just about any big sprawling open world type game, but I've had like quest logic type stuff break. I've had the mission objectives get confused from time to time. Like characters kind of getting stuck on stuff. I mean, whatever. Yeah. I mean, it's I guess pretty standard for a game this big, but it's still kind of a bummer to see in a Mass Effect game.
I was gonna say though, for as big as this game might seem, there are certainly bigger open world games.
Well,
they're doing a little more, right?
I guess so. I mean,
this feels maybe even a little limited compared to.
Well, so here is a planet that I have kind of done a lot of the stuff on.
All right.
Or have at least kind of revealed most of the map. Like you can see, I got the viability way up. I built a colony. Like this is this planet's version of that colony I showed you on the desert planet.
Okay.
Basically, like you kind of build a colony on each planet.
Did you build another science colony?
They didn't. So they didn't give me the choice this time. So I found that a little strange. I figured I would get the chance to.
I figured that would be the way to like help those protesters is to be like, oh well, my next one I'll make it military.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one just kind of got built. I'm not sure.
Has there been any like real benefit to you, the player, for picking science in that first one? Or
not that I've seen outside of story stuff.
Okay.
Like outside of character interactions.
So it's not like, oh, you're feeling like the huge benefit of better research and better crafting. Like it doesn't seem like that's a huge difference.
Not that I've seen.
Send Telesso on another run. No, wait. It's her third time this week. Send someone else.
Yeah, there you go.
What you looking at? What you doing there?
Sciencing, okay?
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yep. Science that.
Whoa. Let's see. This is where my next story quest is. I guess I could go do a little bit of that, if you like. Is there anything else that you care about here?
I mean, I care about it all.
Well, I mean,
like, honestly,
you want to show off based on what you've seen and what because we already streamed like 2 hours of this.
Right. No, I think this is probably enough campaign stuff.
I'm trying to think if there's anything we've missed here. I mean,
like the nuts and bolts of it seem.
That seems to be the loop. That the one place it kind of differs from old Mass Effect is that once you get to a planet and do the story stuff, it then opens up into this.
A bunch of like middling.
You kind of go through
quests.
You go through the process of doing the side missions to get your outpost built. That enables a bunch more side quests that you can pick up. There are even side quests like in these little outposts here and there that I haven't even picked up and done. Like each one of these is a quest objective that I haven't done yet.
Okay.
So there's a ton of stuff to do.
It's just not
even on planets that you have kind of quote unquote finished
Right.
or like done most of the major stuff on.
But it might not be clear if any of that stuff is actually worth doing.
Yeah, I need
unless you're like trying to grind your Nexus level or.
Yes,
or...
yes, totally. I need to spend some more time looking at some of the side stuff. But let's make the story quest active here. Oh, actually, I can just fast travel to it or close to it.
No, you're right there. The icon's right there.
No, that's on the Tempest. Oh, damn it, I'm sorry. I forgot there's a step where I need to call a guy on my VidCon before I can actually go do the thing.
I like this is depart the planet, not walk back onto the ship to make a phone call.
You can't just go back on the ship. Sorry, I did this at home already. I totally forgot. I just need to go make a quick phone call before I can move the mission on. You have to go back up into space to call this guy?
Well, the reception
and then
just better
land
up
again.
there.
That's true. That's fast, at least.
Ryder, could we talk about
Nope. Busy. Sorry.
You have AVP outstanding, Pathfinder.
Oh, I can show you this real fast. Wait, which terminal is it? Research.
Oh yeah, traded swear words.
Strike. Wait, it is this one. It just wasn't giving me the prompt.
Okay.
So yeah, you rack up rewards for your Nexus by leveling it up, and then you can spend it on like primarily a bunch of resource dumps. Like these are just ways to get different crafting materials and research
regular
points.
intervals. Okay.
But then you get XP bonuses, like unlock extra like consumable and inventory slots, more money, like reduce, like this just gives you a money dump. That one makes prices better at vendors. So this is kind of like the high level passive.
Yeah.
Like the high level passive.
So this is you kind of determining who you're bringing out of cryostasis?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Yes.
Weird.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, basically just, it's
in light of the protesters being all, well, whatever, that's just some weird side quest.
Yeah, I don't know if this stuff would manifest that way or not. But then I've noticed these dumps, you actually have to show up and hit a button to get them, and then the timer starts over.
What?
And I keep forgetting to go back here and do that. It's only a 45-minute timer.
Mobile game ass stuff. Why would they do that?
It's only 45 minutes, but I keep forgetting to come back here.
Completely different tech base.
Well, it's probably a case of like some of those timers probably still tick down when you're not playing.
They do.
Yeah.
They even do it across saves, actually. Maybe not on that one, but on these strike teams, which are like, this is basically Assassin's Creed Brotherhood style. Like send these teams off. Let's see if these guys were successful. Nope. Yay!
All right.
So yeah, these are also timed missions where you can 6% chance of success. Probably not the thing I want to do. But yeah, you can also deploy these timed missions and get little like loot box rewards out of doing them.
Strike team ready.
And you can also play some of these in multiplayer. You can also go do those yourself.
Right. Yeah.
That
seems like kind of a neat idea, I guess.
Kinda, yeah.
VidCon channels are ready, Pathfinder.
Commander?
Pathfinder, Joel's been keeping me updated on your adventures, your good deeds on our behalf.
I meant them.
Dick about
I want you to know you can trust
This
me.
guy doesn't like me very much.
You rescued Shava Khan. His loss would have been hard for the Resistance. But your true agenda is clear. To explore Aya's vault. Giles says you want to help find the Moshai. Why should I let you?
I get shit done.
Word.
My personal code is, I got this.
Fuck.
Yep.
A little arrogant.
We got this.
Like me.
I feel like he said I got this 12 times on that stream.
Yes.
There's been a lot more of that.
Not a ton more, but it does pop up here and there.
Why special?
These facilities are protected by a dynamic shield tech we haven't been able to crack.
It's kind of a running theme is that
But its ability
that's,
to adapt
I don't know, kind of all this guy has to say.
Pathfinder. Adding microprocessor to that program.
Like all the characters.
It's like a guy. It's like some fucking dude walking around space just over and over again saying, "Oh, it'll be fine."
Yeah. We signed up for this.
The Angara don't
We're here for
need
adventure,
anything
like that
from
kind of
you.
stuff.
Yeah.
We take care of our own.
With the processing power of my...
I don't know. Yeah, everybody, all the party members have just been kind of one note so far.
Of course, that makes
But yeah,
sense.
we'll see. Hopefully that changes. Like I haven't gotten any of the loyalty missions yet.
Well, I want to go.
Yeah.
It was
And
risky
I'm
to
hoping
be
like
honest
there's
about
been
your
little hints of
honesty makes you different.
some characters having some interesting background to them as I've gone around the ship talking to them here and there.
Thank you.
But not a
The
ton.
king will meet you at our base.
And there's only 6 of them. There's only 6 party
We'll
members,
take you to the
Yeah,
Kent
it doesn't seem like a
facility.
lot.
which feels like a
Stay
reduced
strong
number from
and
the past
clear.
games.
Goodbye.
I guess, you know, as long as they're the right 6, that's a fine number.
Yeah, totally.
As long as every single one of them is well written and solid, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I probably only really messed with 3, except for on missions where. Gills, or something you want to say about doing Hannah? Is he a mime? He's a mime. He's pretending to be a bartender.
Okay.
Just go with it. Hey, welcome to my bar. Hi.
Perhaps we should move on.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm debating if I even want to go start this story mission down here or not.
I'd probably say we're probably all right.
Okay.
Depends how you.
You want me to play the Xbox version? Just show you this multiplayer stuff?
Yes.
All right.
There's one more thing I forgot to do on EOS that we should probably do.
Okay.
But we could come back to it after you're done with multiplayer.
All right. While you fly over there, I'm loading up the Xbox version.
We just can't do multiplayer on PS4 because nobody has this version right now.
Right,
We're recording this the Friday before release, and so it's out already on Origin and Xbox through EA Access.
Right.
So people have been playing like they've had 10 hours?
I think that's the case.
I guess, does multiplayer also detract from that?
I don't know. But the single player stuff also has kind of a hard stop right around the spot where I'm at, I think.
Yes. It's basically where we streamed up to is where it cuts off. Let's see if I can get to the thing I wanted to do before you can get in a multiplayer match.
So I've been playing this at home on a TV that has HDR. That aspect of it has looked all right. But there's this Xbox version, I don't know, PS4 probably has it too because it's just video or whatever, but there's been some really weird kind of color banding and stuff in some of the pre-rendered stuff. That I don't know if that just sticks out more on my fancy new TV or what, but.
All right, well, you've gotten to multiplayer. You want to switch over here?
I mean, how long is it going to take you to do this thing that you want to do? You're loading it in right now?
30 seconds.
Okay, let's close it out. Let's
completely forgot
see what you're
to check in on this when we were here before. I apologize on having to come back, but it seemed important. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be like super overwhelmingly negative about this. Like there are things I like about it. There are also a lot of things I have reservations about. That I'd hope.
Oh.
Wait.
What? Okay. There's the cutscene. See, your helmet's off for the cutscene of you walking down the ramp.
Yeah, that was
and then
weird.
Yeah, that looked.
Anyway,
Yeah, well, I mean, whatever. You're kind of in the middle of reviewing it, and... Oh. Okay.
Hang on.
What's up with this drunk lady?
I don't know. Now you know why I had to come back.
Nope. Yeah, worth it. Also,
I don't like
the dead-eyed stare of you in conjunction with.
I had to get my selfie. Had to get a selfie. I don't know. Yeah, she's been here every time I've come through here, and I can't talk to her or interact with her in any way. I have to wonder if maybe that is part of a quest that would come into play if I happen to do the quest.
Maybe. What the fuck is this game, man?
I don't know.
It's just like
I
feel like the more I see of it, the more I'm just kind of bummed out. And you taking the helmet off and running around with your fucking weird dead eyes, like some kind of running mannequin with shitty stubble. Like, man, I'm so bummed out, man.
It's a strange game. There's just some surprising things about it.
There's some stuff about it that seems like it's like still potentially cool.
Yeah, like I said, I've gotten into the building colonies and upgrading my Nexus aspect of it, and watching like the whole initiative come together. Like that's been kind of cool. But so much of the individual writing and like character interactions and storytelling and stuff like this.
Maybe this pays off in some hilarious way.
I don't know.
But it's like the expression on the face, like just a lot of these, just the faces, the animation. I don't even know. All right, let's switch over to the Xbox.
Check out
version.
some multiplayer.
Okay, so here we are on the Xbox.
Yes.
Where multiplayer lives, or for now, since the early access stuff is live here.
Yes.
You see, so yeah, look at this. Look at this character model. Like it just looks kind of fuzzy, right?
Yeah, I can see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, like
that's in the campaign and stuff too. Like
Yeah.
it's just a strange look that the.
It doesn't look too dissimilar to the regular PS4 from what I've played.
Okay,
so far.
so you think just between PS4 and PS4 Pro?
Yes,
maybe
I think the Pro just looks a lot sharper.
Okay, huh?
Which is to be expected.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, this is pretty similar to how Mass Effect 3 works. It's got a store. It's got some blind boxes for you to open up, and a lot of stuff comes out of them, like characters, weapons, all that sort of stuff. And you level all these things up separately, so it's kind of full-on combos of this is a Krogan engineer.
Yeah.
There's a Krogan Vanguard,
Okay.
Turian soldier, Asari Sentinel. So they come with kind of a set skills and health and stuff like that. Their upgrade trees are similar to the squad members in the campaign.
Okay.
Where you just kind of a limited number here. I played a few matches of this. I don't know that I'm going to play the Krogan though. They take up a lot of room on screen. So.
Yeah. Do you have any boxes to open or no?
I don't
open
think
everything
I
already?
do. I think I opened it all, but
Are the rarer the class, the better the class? Is that, or is it just like do they have more health and stuff like that, better skills, or is it just like these are uncommon combinations of class and race that you don't see as often?
425, 270, so it's not, it doesn't
Okay, so they're
necessarily
comparable.
seem.
So it's not like the ultra rare classes just straight up have better stats or something.
Yeah, but also maybe pull, throw, and lance is a really good thing, and the bonus stat stuff might be good there. The bonus stat kind of levels up a little separately. So maybe that's the difference there. All right, so let's select that one, and I guess we get 1 point to spend. Oh, we don't have anywhere to spend it. Okay. You change your armor color. It looks like you unlock patterns as you level up and stuff like that too. And also, yeah. So this is it says here, gain higher ranks of characters by purchasing packs in the store. So this is, if you'll see here on character selection, this is Human Female Soldier 2. But it's still 550, 275 on health and shield, just like the Human Male Soldier. So I don't know. I don't actually know what's better here because everything looks the same from here.
Yeah.
I don't know. That part's not clear. We can go and pick different weapons. You unlock different stuff, weapon mods. I don't have any equipment, so I'm not really sure what that is. consumables, same type deal of, you know, hey, you can bring. Yeah, sure, why not? What else? No. Yeah, okay. Ammo capacity, super assault rifle damage. Why not? And we'll go with bronze because we're still pretty low level.
People playing this game.
Human other players playing this video game.
Kind of figured that people might have burned through their 10-hour allotment by now.
I'm not sure if that applies to the multiplayer, if that's just 10 hours of campaign.
Oh, really? I thought it was just like 10 hours of having the game active was enough to burn it.
That might be it. I'm not actually sure how
also,
that
this
stuff
thing
works.
launched way ahead of schedule.
Yeah, because normally these games are supposed to go up, was it like Thursday?
I was like literally when they sent the review stuff out, they were like, yeah, access will go live Friday, and then players will have access to the stuff that you were able to stream 2 days prior or something like that.
Okay, but then
and then the day we were streaming it, which was Wednesday, all of a sudden people were like downloading and starting the game.
Yeah, weird.
I was like, what the? Yeah, so it came out like 2 days early, basically. But nobody's been able to play past that early story stuff.
Hopefully we'll get this going here. Just ready up. Just ready up. Let's play some video games here. Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
Not into it.
Just. Is it me? Is it because I'm level 3?
Just not feeling it.
All right. Oh, okay. Doing some armor customization.
There we go.
Okay, just waiting on one person here. Just one of them. Just the one.
Oh, mission funds. I think that's the same currency from the strike team stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Does that carry back and forth? Is that literally the same tally, the same number?
Yeah.
Not just the same type?
Mm-hmm. So mission funds you can use to buy additional strike teams.
Yes. Yeah, the first one costs 40, which is what you have there, and then I bought one, and then the second one cost 80. So I'm nowhere near being able to afford a second strike team.
Yeah.
Do you earn those in this mode? You earn mission funds?
I'm not sure.
And then you can go back and buy more strike teams?
Yeah.
Those strike team missions just don't even seem worth the time to deploy the mission or the teams.
Yeah.
From what I've gotten back from them, it's like very small quantities of like money or minerals or something like that.
And if you have to revisit the terminal all the time
then you have to
get
go back.
them,
You have to go back to see if your team was successful and get the rewards and send them back out.
Right.
Like I guess the more leveled up and the harder the missions they're doing, the more worthwhile it is. But
This one's simple. Clear the area and lock.
like I feel like I'm messing with it more just because of the psychological need to check timers.
Sure. Yeah.
Than because it's actually beneficial. A lot of maps in this. Have you seen?
I've only seen a couple of maps. We can try custom after this and see how we feel about the count in custom map.
I saw you play a little bit of this earlier, and you were also on this map. So
yeah.
I was wondering if it just like defaults to this one or something.
All right, we need to get my shields back here. I guess shields recover faster when you're in cover. I believe that's true for the campaign as well.
Oh.
Hit the ground.
Lost my shield.
Oh, well, all right.
Lost shield.
Just 3 hostiles remaining.
Got him.
Take that, fucker.
That hurt them. Be ready.
About time.
So I've gone with a single shot assault rifle here
Hostiles en route.
that I got out of some pack. Yeah, there's some loyalty packs they'll give you for, hey, you played Dragon Age. You played Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, you did.
out over here with the rest of the team. Maybe that'll be my key to actually extracting for once. Stick together.
I feel this like kind of, I don't even know if nostalgia is the right word for it. It's kind of like a longing every time you mention something from like Mass Effect 2 or 3.
Feel it for 2.
Well, yeah, whatever. 3 certainly had its problems. I'm not gonna lie, but like I just miss those characters. Like I miss that cast a lot. And like
let me out of here. Let me jump and go.
I'm not trying to be mean in any way when I say this, but just like playing this game and thinking about Mass Effect coming back has largely just made me miss the best stuff about those games.
Well, yeah,
you know?
yeah, and having, hey, here's this new cast of characters that, like, the writing doesn't seem like it's hitting, and, you know, like, especially right out of the gate, like, hey, it's that feeling of, like, maybe this game didn't need to exist if you weren't gonna...
Well, I would say that about any, like, fourth game that comes after a successful trilogy.
Yeah.
That like, went out of its way to end itself, you know? Which is most all of them.
Right.
Like, none of those fourth games really needed to exist, and most of them do not fully justify themselves.
3 more to go.
With the possible exception of Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
That one's probably the closest. Because that one really brings it on the story front, where most of these games, like, trying to think.
Yeah.
Gears 4, Halo 4, Mass Effect 4.
Yeah, I think Gears 4 is fine.
Is that one? Yeah, I guess like it sounds like they do some fun stuff with old Marcus.
Yeah.
But it's tough. Like it's tough going back to the well, right?
Yes, definitely.
And like finding a reason to fight another galactic fight.
Yeah.
After you already won the war.
We already finished the fight.
Right. I don't know. Maybe that's part of it for me is that like they sort of sidestep that issue by just going to a different galaxy, right?
Right, which that's cool. Like, hey, here's another tale in the Mass Effect universe. Like, on the surface sounds great, but that only ends up being great if the quality of the product is as good, if not better than the Mass Effect games that came before it.
Right.
Because they're set up for the ultimate comparisons of this thing that people, you know, there's 3 games that took place over, like, you know, what, they came out over for us like 6 years, 7 years?
Yes, something like that.
You know, that's
almost done.
Like it was
that occupied a lot of space in people's, you know, gaming memories for the last generation. So, oh shit.
It's a tough act to follow.
Yeah.
To make a new Mass Effect game.
Right. And I don't know, man. Like maybe it'll pick up, but I feel like what I've
really
seen
hope
of this game so far,
All targets down.
it's not. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like
the technical issues are certainly, you know, not insurmountable.
Yeah.
If the writing and all this other
That's
stuff
the
is
thing
hitting,
for me.
but that's the stuff that's not hitting.
I could totally get over some wonky NPCs and like bad facial animation if the stories coming out of those characters' faces, out of their mouths, was grabbing me more.
But that doesn't feel like it's the case.
Yeah, that's
so
really the part that it's letting me down on.
All enemies clear. Keep it up.
Like I always thought of Mass Effect as primarily a talking to people game.
Yep.
With some shooting thrown in.
Yeah, and the shooting was always like serviceable, but never, you know, it was never a cover shooter on the level of a Gears or something where that was all it did, and it did it damn well.
Right.
Like Mass Effect was like, hey, you come to this for the story and the talking. Like the shooting is, they made it better over the years. I think.
Totally. Yeah, like 1. Oof.
Yeah.
The combat in 1 does not hold up great.
But also, like, that's, you know, I feel like there are plenty of third-person shooters and cover shooters and all this other stuff. Like, it's such well-worn territory that if you're not going to do it really, really well, it's really going to stand out even more than it did before. So, like, this game and it's just I don't think it feels very good. I don't think the action feels great. Other than the mobility, but even that feels kind of jerky and weird.
I've definitely had some fun with the combat. Like it's certainly better than it's been in the past, but yeah, it's not like a best-in-class third-person shooter.
Yeah. And it never was, and it shouldn't have to be.
Totally.
But I think that's the thing that, you know, you kind of fall back on when you're like, oh, the story in this game's not really doing it. Maybe the action will hold it up, and no.
Yeah.
I don't know that it does.
Like it's got the same formula, you know, it's got the same like trappings or whatever.
Yeah.
as the old Mass Effect games, but it's just like it's missing the spirit for me so far. Like the heart isn't there as much.
Enemies clear. Stay alert.
Fine.
I just keep thinking back to all the cool stuff that was going on with like Legion and Thane and like you name it.
Right.
Like everybody had really cool backstories to dig into in those games. And I miss that. I hope it, you know, like I need to open up the loyalty missions and like see how that stuff goes.
Yeah, that was always some of the best stuff.
Maybe
in those games.
Yeah, it seems like I'm on the cusp of some of that stuff is starting to open up, so I really hope that adds the depth that I'm looking for. Grenade just rolled right off him.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Use one of my consumables.
Just 3 hostiles remaining.
Whoa. You guys got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
Do you know what that blue bar was?
Oh, was it like a biotic shield or barrier or something? Or?
Maybe. I think it used to be purple in the old games. I wonder if that's like some new type of shield. Hack.
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 Sources say key data is scattered around this area. Find and recover that data.
T-pose.
What is that? Whoa!
T-pose.
That guy's my favorite basketball player on the Citadel. Did that seriously just happen?
Yep. Man, this is chaos. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Seems like a pretty good holdout spot.
Oh.
Whoa!
Hydra.
That's a Hydra. Were Hydras in the original games? That looks familiar.
I don't know. There's a lot of names of things that don't necessarily stand out.
Ah, man, I love
Names
those old
of
games.
tech and
There's so much cool stuff going on. All the different factions.
like the genophage.
The genophage was a cool idea. Like that's the thing. Everybody had like, there was so much richness and depth to that universe. So many complicated relationships. Like I met those new aliens that you saw in the single player stuff. Like those purple, I don't even know what would you call those guys? They're sort of like lizards, but they kind of have horns.
I guess, yeah.
The Angarans.
Sure. Yeah.
Like you meet those guys.
Keep it going.
You meet those guys and like, your character spends more time before he gets off the ship talking about how important it is for first contact to go well with a new species than the game actually spends on that first contact. Like you just kind of roll up on them and start talking to them, and they talk some shit about how they don't trust you for about 2 minutes,
Get to the extraction site.
and then they give you a quest, and then you leave.
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't develop there's so many there's room for so many cool things to be explored here, and they're just not like doing the legwork to get there.
Where are we? Okay, we're tracking over there. So these guys can kind of cloak and warp around a little bit, and I can't tell if that was what it was doing there or if that was just like some weird multiplayer.
It just jittered over the thing.
Like those things don't move well in multiplayer, from what I've seen so far. We gotta get over there. Okay, that's bad. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. Yikes. Oh, that's bad.
Shield down.
Do you have to kill everybody, or just everybody needs to
you
just get in
You
the
have to
thing?
be here when time expires. Dead.
Oh no.
We made it.
Oh, everybody. Nice. Whew. All right.
I think I might have enough currency to buy a pack.
Yeah. Let's open a box.
Yeah. Get some boxes open in here. Ah, the HQ app. Deploy your strike team while you're away from the game.
No.
Fun.
No.
That's fun.
I don't think I'm gonna do that.
That's a fun thing.
I don't think I'm gonna do that.
Don't you like fun? Think about how high your galactic readiness could get if you were always doing that stuff. Bronze extraction, assault rifle. Okay, so some metals I got here.
Okay.
We're leveling up a bit more here.
Get you some stuff.
Let's back out here and so character. I guess that just means I have points to spend, huh? Yeah. That concussive shot's been really useful.
Yeah, I still use it in the single player.
So
it'll pop.
Do that.
Like biotic combos and stuff.
And go to the store. What do we have? 30. Okay, so that's enough for an advanced pack. At least one uncommon. Can reveal them one at a time. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Hmm.
Hey!
Hey, a
Look at that
character.
guy. Exciting.
So yeah, now we can.
Now you can be him.
You can be a Solarian infiltrator. Sticky grenade, tactical cloak, energy drain, that sort of stuff.
He's got war markings on his face.
Yeah. Yeah. So you know that's the multiplayer. Like I said, it's a lot like
3.
Looks like we got 5 maps. Firebase 0 is the I feel like very, very similar, if not identical, to the map from.
It says it's in Andromeda.
It does.
Maybe it's just very
Let's
similar.
see if I can just
like just jump in there to look at it.
Yeah, I wonder.
I think I know which map you're talking about. I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Wonder if it'll let you in there without other people. Just ready up and go.
Yeah.
Yep. Look at that.
But the tutorial is also on this map, and I was like, oh wait,
seems familiar.
This is just that map, isn't it? I could be wrong. It's been a long time, but it did seem like the same thing.
It has been a long time. It's been 5 years.
Has it?
Yes. Jeez. It's been 5 years since Mass Effect 3 came out, which is horrifying.
Right, yeah, I guess that, yeah.
I can't remember.
Maybe it's a little different. Maybe it was a drop off before, and this is a boost up and then a drop off. Maybe that's the different thing. But I feel like it's very similar, where you have this corner over here with this cover, you go around here, you go inside. Remember this?
Vaguely.
Okay. Yeah, anyway. That's the multiplayer.
I think most or all the multiplayer I will do will be those Apex missions from the strike team list.
Just to benefit single player stuff?
Yeah, because those give you money and resources and research points.
What if you just installed the app? What if you installed the app?
What if I installed the app?
It's probably not even out yet as of this recording.
Yeah.
But who knows? All right. Well, anything else?
I think that's it.
All right.
I obviously will keep playing this, and I hope it starts coming together.
Yeah, it's
some of the story threads that are emerging are starting to catch my interest a little more. I will say that.
I don't know if I have it in me to play 20 hours of it not doing that, just to get to where, like, considering the game's kind of other issues and stuff.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like seeing the loyalty missions start to emerge, like seeing them start to address the missing colony ships. Some of that stuff, and just building up the Nexus is kind of fun. But yeah, that main storyline really hasn't done much for me so far.
Yeah. Well,
but fingers crossed.
All right, thanks, Brad.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Yep.